What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time, it is the preview for Arsenal versus Man City, or AKA Mission Impossible, because we've got more chance of Tom Cruise turning up and appearing in the starting lineup than we do of Arsenal realistically winning this game. No, no, no. In all seriousness, listen, it's a game. It's a game, and these lot are not prime Barcelona a la 2014, 2015. You know, we have beaten City before at this stage of the competition in a not too distant past. So, you know, I don't think it's a complete write off. I think many people who are saying that we had no chance in this game, or we also had no chance against Liverpool. And yeah, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't fluent. We only had a couple of shots on target. But as I've always told you, it takes one shot on target to win a game. One. If you do what you're supposed to do, one shot on target is enough to win the game. This is the thing for me, particularly now at the stage of the season where results is all that matter. Producing results. We don't have the best squad. We know that we don't have the best squad. We know that City squad is hitting the upgrade button about 3 or 4 times more than what we have at the moment. But we have what we have. And it was enough to beat Liverpool. Why can't it be enough to beat City? You know, City are in good form. They're not playing as well as United, weirdly. United are probably the form team. In fact, I think they are literally on the form table. And yes, City did smash us very recently, but that was at the Etihad. This is Wembley. There's just something about us and Wembley, man. We don't lose too often there. Of course, we've had some bad losses before. I will always point to Birmingham being number one. Yeah, that was a bad one. We have lost to Chelsea there before, to be fair. We have lost there before, but listen, we've also won there before in the most recent past. There's no reason why tomorrow should be anything different. Arsenal, I did think when we beat Liverpool that it was a good result, not least because it barely keeps alive the chances of us making Europe through the league. But actually, more importantly, it gives us the confidence that we need to go into City. Because, listen, say what you want, we beat the champions 2 days ago. These are the same champions that absolutely slaughtered City this season in the league. That's got to count for something, you know? Just looking through City's most recent results here, just to see what sort of chance, if any, that we have. So looking through their most recent results, they just about beat Birmingham on Wednesday. Let me try that again. They just about beat Bournemouth on Wednesday 2-1. Gosh, they smashed Brighton. They smashed Newcastle. Oh gosh. But they did lose. They lost to Southampton. And sure, it was at the beginning of the month, but I've got to cling on to something. Because it's also important to keep in mind they smashed Liverpool 3 days before that. So this is all things with perspective. Listen, we can only do what we can do. You know, I can guarantee without even looking at the chat room right now that people are saying, no, Chig, you're giving them no chance, right? You're giving them no chance, right? There's no point turning up if I think the team has no chance. I think they're a good side. They're a formidable side. We're going to need to give everything. I mean, there is no sugarcoating it for you guys. We will need to give absolutely everything to beat Man City tomorrow. But there is an FA Cup on the line. There's an FA Cup semi-final to win, you know? And this cup does something to us, man. It draws us. It draws us. So let's see. Let's see. I'm not writing us off just yet, is my overall message, and neither should you guys. In terms of Mikel Arteta, my concern is the team that he rolls out. I think if you put the likes of Kolasinac and Bellerin on, you got little to no chance. However, if you put one of those guys, maybe we can minimize the risk a little bit. I don't know who is more of a liability, Bellerin or I'm going to say Kolasinac, because at least Bellerin hasn't been a complete disaster in the last couple of games, whereas Kolasinac has. I don't know. For me, it's going to be team selection. It's going to be how he manages subs. His in-game management is going to be scrutinized. You know, he can't be an aura of Pep. He's going to have to be his own man. You know, if he wants to stop being called Pep Coleman, you know, I see certain figureheads are getting irate about the fact that people keep calling him Pep Coleman. Coleman. All right, cool. This is the game that you step out of the shadow of Pep. You know, and that means you have to, you know, be clever with your tactics. You have to manage the game cleverly. You have to make the subs at the right time. For me personally, you have to put out the right team. You have to set the tone from the get-go. Like, what are you going to be? Because City are going to dominate the possession no matter what you do. Are you just going to accept that, or are you going to do something to counter that? These are the things that I would personally think of. Me personally, I'm basically working in HR. HR is another way of saying a risk manager. So I would manage the risk by taking out the liabilities in our team, or as many as I possibly could. And that's going to reflect in my hopeful 1 to 11 that I show you guys. It's going to be a difficult task. They are such an awesome side. Quite frankly, their B team destroys us. Their C team beats us. But we've beaten this side before. Yes, it was 4 years ago, whenever it was. But we've beaten this guy before. We've beaten City before. Why should we fear them now? So with that being said, this is my hopeful 1 to 11 to face the very awesome, dominating Pep's Man City side. Now, I hope you guys are all doing well. Please do slap a like on this video as you come into the chat. Just allows people to notice, because I know there's not that many of you. But please do slap a like on, and it's Friday night, so I'll cut some slack. So do hit a like so that other people can notice this when they do come in from their evenings stroke nights out. And I'll share the screen. Bear with me. All right. You lot can see that, right? Hold on. You don't need to see me on the screen. You can see that. And I'll even do something about the Zoom. All right. So building the team from back to front, as I always do. This is my hopeful, not predicted, my hopeful 1 to 11 to face Man City. So I've gone with Martinez in goal. I understand that Leno is doing light training at the moment. He's running at the moment, which is good news. And I say good news because not because I want Leno to just stroll back in the team, but I think overall, what's the problem having two really good keepers in our team? It makes the squad overall stronger. My only thing with Leno is, and I've just got this weird feeling Arteta's going to do it as well. I don't want him to just roll back in the team. What message does that send the players? That you have a keeper that's been doing amazingly well, and Leno just rolls back in the team. I know Leno's had a fairly strong season himself, but to me, you don't just roll back in the team. That's not what you do. So I hope. I mean, for me, that would be the wrong message to send to the players. If Martinez is just cast aside, that's one player for me that deserves a new contract. He's done so well. In fact, every time I do a 1 to 11, it feels like I sing his praises all the time. I just like everything about him. His shot stopping, the way he commands the box, his composure to me is the thing that I find the most impressive. Because I don't think he's necessarily as good with his feet as, say, someone like Leno, but I think he always remains calm, even in situations where he's put under pressure. I like that. I like that shit. So for me, I want to put Martinez as my goalkeeper. I'm going with a back three. I can't put David Luiz in this team, man. I can't do it. I know realistically Luiz will start tomorrow. I can't do it, and I actually think Holden played all right. And yet, like I said, I thought Holden had initially a shaky 10 minutes or so against Liverpool, and then I thought he recovered really well. It was this image where he kind of knocked down Mane and just staring at Mane on the floor like, what? I can't like that shit. So for me, I was sticking Holding in the middle of this defense. Mustafi, listen, Mustafi is a liability. There's no doubt. Got sat down a couple of times by Kane against Spurs, which was a worry because that's old Mustafi. Recent Mustafi has been staying on his feet. He's been winning headers. He's been very composed himself, which is not a thing I would normally associate with with uh, um, with Mustafi. But he's played very well, and for me, I'm going to put Mustafi in that position. He's making it his own. I say there's no need to change it for now. Now, here's a controversy which I've already seen me have criticism in the chat room for, and that's Tierney. For me, I was very impressed with Tierney in this position. I like him at left back. I actually like him a little more in this position. The way he had Salah in my man's pocket, I was just like, okay, like you barely heard from Salah. The only time you heard from Salah was when he moved away from Tierney to try and create a chance that Martinez put over the top of his bar because he just could not get away from Tierney. We're going to need that against an equally dynamic City side. City like relying on their wingers heavily. People like Sterling and that. Sterling scored a hat trick the other day, which means he's feeling froggy. He's feeling like a goal scorer. Sterling goes through these long periods where he don't score, and then he starts banging in goals all of a sudden. So I think we're going to need someone that's going to be able to keep an eye on him. I feel like that could be Tierney, you know. I really do. I think that could be Tierney. So I don't. I think any other game, yes, you play Tierney left wing back, you play Saka closer to the strikers. I get it. For this particular game, I want to be defensively as sound as possible. I think the only way you do that is by putting Kieran Tierney in that defence. That's just my opinion. Left wing back, therefore, I've gone with Saka and a bit of a quiet game against Liverpool, which I was a bit disappointed about. He can play this position. He's played it at youth level. Actually, he's played it earlier this season and played it very, very well. I'm just going to assume that was just a quiet game. And we're going to stick with Saka. Left wing back. Right wing back, I know that there is zero chance that Arteta plays Ainsley Maitland-Niles over Hector Bellerin. Now, I saw some people say, oh, maybe we should play Cedric. Cedric is cup-tied for those people who've forgotten. So he can't play in this game. So therefore, it is a straight shot. I think there's more chance of Holding playing in this game than there is of Ainsley Maitland-Niles playing in this game, to be honest. But if it was me, I'd play Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Yes, I get that he wants to go, and who can blame him? Who can blame him, to be fair? But I think at this point in time, I would go with the best people possible. And Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he plays better for Pepe. I actually think he helps Mustafi out quite a lot as well. That's my choice. That's who I would go with. In the central midfield, I'm going to go with these two. I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka, Dani Ceballos. I thought Torreira looked unfit against Liverpool. I could see why he was substituted when he was. And immediately when Ceballos came on, we instantly looked better. He looked better than Torreira did in that position. So that's why I would go with Ceballos. He was rested nicely, so he should be all firing for this game. Plus, he can create a little something out of nothing. Then I've gone with these three. I can't drop Lacazette. You know, he's been in good form, and I think what's the message that you send if you drop Lacazette in this position? He's played well, he's finished well, and actually, for me, in my opinion, when he went off against Liverpool, the ball kept coming back to us. It kept coming back to us. Where Lacazette's in this purple form, let's use it and let's get the ball up to him. Let's, get him and maybe Aubameyang around him and see if he can sniff and get that goal. I hated Nicolas Pepe on the left-hand side. Funnily enough, that was something I was a big advocate of last year. And then I had a rethink and I thought, actually, number 10 is a better role for him because he's not then telegraphing which way he'll go so much. I just assumed he'd be a lot more dynamic on that left-hand side, but he looked lost. He looked like someone that he looked like me out there on the left-hand side. Like he didn't know how to play that role at all. His sacrifice allowed Nelson to be a lot more effective, but subsequently he became a lot less effective. Bit worried about Pepe. Form has dropped a little bit since having a kid. Maybe he's not getting a lot of sleep. I don't know, but I want to see that improve. I still have ultimate faith in him. For me, I still won't write him off until the end of next season. But yeah, last couple of games I've been a bit concerned for his form, but I will just about keep him in this game. I did have an initial thing. When I was thinking about doing this video yesterday, my front three was going to be Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Saka on that left-hand side. But I changed my mind a little bit, just because I want to go with that defensive reassurement of Tierney in the back three. And secondly, I just feel like give Pepe a chance in this game. And actually, I find more often than not, notwithstanding since the restart, but prior to the restart, he always did reasonably well against certain big teams. And I've just got a feeling their left back goes missing sometimes. I've got a feeling that Pepe could be that guy to unlock it. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not. I can't. I really want to predict a win. I really want to predict a 2-1 win. I'm finding it difficult to do so. But I think we could shock people. So I'm going to vote that we take it to extra time and maybe get a last-minute winner in extra time. That's what I'm going to go for. So I am going to go for a 2-1 win, but not in 90 minutes. In extra time. Crying out loud, what am I thinking? I'm just hoping we're fitter. What do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button again if you haven't already. I'm literally off. I've got to tidy up before the other half gets home, and this place is a mess. So I've got to get up out of here. I'm going to be doing the combat show at 9:30 as always with Ola and Will. We'll just be talking about a couple of fights that have happened midweek, some of the fights that are happening tomorrow, a couple of bits of boxing news that we need to tie up as well. So make sure you join us on the combat show. The link to that is in the description below, and that's at 9:30. Obviously, me and Lee will be doing the watch along tomorrow. So make sure you don't miss that. We'll be then back on this channel to do the review. And yeah, we'll be here to do the review and my brain's gone. Review and player ratings on this channel. So again, make sure you don't miss out on that. There will be a chopping block tomorrow. There will be a member stream of some type tomorrow, whether it's a stream or whether it's a FIFA thing for the gold members. So make sure you look out for that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and I'm going to do a video. I'm not sure when I'm going to drop that though. I'm going to do a video tomorrow. Well, I'll film a video some point this weekend about defensive midfielders in the light of, the fact that we miss out on Thomas Partey. I'm going to do a list on 5 alternative defensive midfielders that I would target. I'm going to drop that for the gold members first and foremost. The subscribers, I'm going to release my central midfielders Chig Knows Best video series. So everybody's going to get a little something this weekend, basically. My overall message, including the Chig Flickers. I'm going to review the new Netflix movie that dropped last Friday called Old Guard. I watched it with the boys when I was playing poker last weekend. So I'll review that movie. It's different. And I'll make sure I do that over the course of this weekend as well. So everybody's getting a little something this weekend. All right. All right, guys. I hope you guys are well. Please enjoy your weekend and stay safe. And I guess, hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Enjoy your Friday night, guys.